descending into earthly physical matter upon the allegorical Ouroboros of powerless galaxy Earth, as she flings away all her divinity and dives headlong into the unknown, going powerless into a dark void as her eternal lovers fearlessly follow her to be with her, she their eternal love. From nothingness, she builds into passion fire and love energy, and flows dream water and happy life, and lives spiritual love. Her lovers are her metaphysical, physical, psychic, psychological, and rational lifelines. Her emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, and intellectual standard bearers. Her intuitive, feeling, sensing, thinking, creating power angels. The eternal lover guardians of her inspiration, intuition, emotion, commotion, motion, and creation. Her men, her life-giving trees of love life that uphold her true world and universe. She fearlessly sails this unknown world of humanity upon a 5-heart petal flower of the free, fearless heart, with the help of her animals and her true eternal loves, in a deep river jungle of metaphysical emotions, back to the truth of their love, to the truth of heaven. They all play the game to its most extreme point, playing the forgetting game of forgotten divinity, the bubblehead game of veiled constricted consciousness, a veiled constricted contained self into a darkest possible consciousness, pushing the boundaries of divinity into eternally lost humanity. Past the point of no return, which is the exact tipping point of the hero's journey into the unknown, back to the divine self. In quantumness we see watercolor, pastel overview, a psychonaut sailing white string of story upon blue, blues, and pastel watercolor sky of all stories, who returns into the mind of love, and it is love, into the mind of love, and it is love with laughter, her soulmate boy, who, and he laughs. It is the moment after their first kiss. Boy is laughing with complete unconditional love, and all girls' fears vanish, and she laughs too. The most beautiful, innocent, happy sound in the world and universe. So I'm answering Kevin McDonald's question of what do you fear, what do you love? in this opening story scene about girl and boy. And as girl laughs, all her true loves are freed from the inner unfoldment of all the spun stories, and surround her as loves in their own right to love her and nurture her forever. With their loves, they are loving romance, they are loving dreams, they are loving the union of heaven and earth, they are loving life, and of course it is Laughter kissing love, and together they are love and laughter. And girl, she laughs and laughs and laughs as all her loves kiss her. Love is what brings us to the true and beautiful, gentle truth of ourselves. Love, unconditional love. This love is the true wedding of love to her loves. So this is 6 minutes into the movie. From the beautiful incandescent trail of a celestial heart star, girl has kissed her true love, we see. Full shot, love and dreams, interior movie. Girl's dream life, continuous, exterior, Villa Artemis, day. Another tennis ball. The furor of tearing rain, storm clouds, thunderclaps, and lightning bolts play within the storm of girl's subconscious as she dives through ciphers and constellations. Loose celestiality, symbols and emblems, which all become dancing, playful creatures of harlequin carnivals. That image is very Miro. That tell this tale as dancing divinities, not to mock but to celebrate and heal. That image is very Matisse. And girl says, for too long we all died death, we all buried love. For too long we all lived hell, we all killed souls. A memory of two entwined lovers, girl and boy, their bodies enmeshed in perfect love, becomes the brain with all its folds that she dives through. A meditative rose, very Dolly, suspended in melting time, as she lays inside a pomegranate womb with attacking tigers and arrows that become consoling Venusian cherubs, that become flying white doves, bumblebees, and butterflies. A happy gouache snake, very Miro, snakes up the tree of life, of girl's spine, and preferring girl's heart up to her mind, which is entwined like perfect lovers, like a shiny red apple, shiny red fairy tale apple of all fairy tale stories. Stories and myths, legends. Her mind self-doubts. It splits the unified lovers of the whole brain into two, and cleaves the heart into two, breaking it. And the broken heart cleaves itself into two once again to remember its lost side, creating four chambers. The feminine right brain and the masculine left brain partake only of the broken heart, thus partaking only in the sorrows of love, and believing love is suffering. Oceans of tears, Sabbaths, pour forth into the deluge of the great flood, and spinning and floating among the rushing fishes, girl's body becomes that of the Christ sacrifice, spinning as Da Vinci's figure of man, trapped as the spokes in the misunderstood wheel of falsely karmic justice. Which is the question of enlightenment, right? What is enlightenment? Eckhart Tolle quotes Buddha Shakyamuni as saying enlightenment is just, quote unquote, the end of suffering. And so, I mean, technically enlightenment would be that simple. You choose to not suffer anymore. You stop creating your own suffering and playing mind games with yourself, and you just love. I mean, that's enlightenment. The entirety of girl's body splits apart from the center, and from inside the two lovers are seen arguing and from inside the two lovers are seen arguing in paradise, having the first lover's quarrel, separating amidst tears and anguish. They banish themselves from their soul's Garden of Eden, believing in the distortions of their mind and the misunderstanding of the quarrel that they are unloved and unwanted. In this moment they stop believing